Hello everybody, this week I did a gig at an actual funeral service and another one where the stage literally collapsed. Hence the title of the podcast. We've got a confession that hasn't been shared in over 20 years, but it's not the story that caught me, it was the weird little detail in it. On British Problems, we talk about whether it's okay to be on the phone at the cinema. And the No Stupid Questions brought up a brilliant one. How quick would you go and pick up your loved one after they've had surgery? And the weird news, let's just say, it involves a cockroach. Yeah, and there's more than one. Let's find out in today's podcast episode 201, Falling Stages. Hello, it's me again. Hello, it's me again. Why do I sound like Mr. Tumble? I don't know. Hello, children. Hello, everybody. How are we? Are we ready and geared up for Christmas? Christmas is round the corner. Only a few days away. Unless you've already had your Christmas and now you've decided to listen to this. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. Yes, I've had an alright one. I mean, I haven't had a Christmas, but before I start the podcast, there is a couple of noises in the background. So my neighbours have had some stuff delivered, like bricks and sand and freeze blocks and stuff like that. So obviously, they are having extension. Extension is happening. It's like we've started off the trend, innit? We're like dominoes. Oh, they've had an extension. Now we're going to get one. To be fair, they are new neighbours and they did pre-warn us. So you might hear some banging and knocking and all sorts going on in the background. Hopefully you won't. So we'll continue with the podcast. I've got a bit of a sore throat. I don't know why. I feel like there's a lump in my neck and I'm touching it now. I don't know what it is because I haven't got a cold. I haven't got a runny nose. Just got this weird feeling. So sometimes when I swallow, it hurts a little bit. I reckon it's the dust in my house, you know. Honestly, I think all the dust just doesn't help. It's just getting everywhere. Cause I mean, the other day I was having a shower and I blew my nose, and it was all like this. Like when you go to London. If anyone's ever been to London. Go to London, right? Spend the day there in the city. When you go home, I want you to get a bit of a tissue and just clean out your nose, and then it'll be completely black. Completely. And I think that's literally what happened to me at home. Just getting, what do you call it? Dust infection. That's literally what I've had, a dust infection. Apart from that, not a lot has gone on. I've done a couple of gigs. Yesterday was mental. Yesterday, I was up in Preston and I was opening the gig. I was on with Peter Brush, Chris Lum and Patrick Monaghan, who's probably still on stage right now. Because he doesn't get off. I thought I was bad. Patrick Monaghan, he's on there for hours, man. You could get him on stage and a 10-minute set for him is an hour. That's how long he can stay on stage. And everyone knows that he does that, and I think he knows it as well. So, yes, while I was up in Preston, a very funny thing happened. Now, where we were sat, we moved rooms. We were supposed to be in a bigger room, which I think Chris made the right decision to put it in a smaller room because it was lower attendance than usual, and we said that's fine. I thought he did the best choice. So they decided to put our green room right next to the microphone, and we were just separated by a black curtain. And while I was on stage, I don't really know what happened, but I think the black curtain started falling down, revealing the other comics. And then Chris was trying to put it up, and then I was trying to help him. and I just couldn't stop laughing. I ended up going over and pushing the whole lot down. It was so funny. Oh my God, I was laughing for ages. I couldn't help it. And in my head, I'm doing material, but at the same time, I'm still laughing about the incidents. That's the thing with Christmas gigs. You just never know. Oh, the other day, I'll tell you about that other gig I did. Hopefully, I won't forget to tell you. But that was absolutely hilarious as well. Right, guys, we are gonna do... Let's do a topic. I'm trying to find a topic for you all. This is how we do it. I'm not bothered. What, it's the 201 episode, and I'm just going to go with the flow. Let's do a confession. This is Confessions. Today's confession has been put up by somebody called Banana Goat. Banana Goat has a very dear and sincere confession. Banana says they haven't shared this with anyone in over 20 years. 20 years is a long time, innit? Shall we see what Banana Goat has got to say? When I was young, IDR, what does IDR? I don't even know what IDR means. IDR, exactly how old? Maybe 13 or 15. Happy birthday for then. I was visiting my uncle in New York City. My uncle had a small apartment and an access to a bathroom. I had to go through his bedroom one of the days. I was there. He introduced me to his new girlfriend, and she ends up spending the night. I had to take a huge number 2. Shortly after they went to sleep, they had shut the door to the bedroom, and I was very insecure about waking them up or even interrupting something intimate. In a panic, I did my business in an empty grocery bag. Afterwards, I wasn't sure what to do with the evidence. I considered throwing it out the window, but my paranoia got the best of me. What if somebody saw and was able to identify the apartment it came from through the window and I got in trouble? So, the only thing I could think of was put the bag of doo-doo in my backpack and carry it out of the apartment with me the next day when we went out to dispose of it in a public restroom. Now, the problem was it was obviously reeked. My uncle and his girlfriend never mentioned the smell, even though it had to be so pungent, especially while we rode the elevator downstairs together. I hope they may just assume it's been the smell of the city or something. Well, yeah, New York does smell like that 24 hours a day. Banana Goat continues, but in retrospect, they had to know it was coming from me in some way. Eventually, I made it to a restroom and ditched the bag, but my backpack still stunk. Oh, God. I'm sure I have lived in shame and embarrassment every time I see my uncle and his girlfriend. I have never shared this with anyone, and it bothers me so much to this day. Ha 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 ha! That's so funny. Do you ever see your uncle? Is your uncle still with his girlfriend? That's what I want to know. I'm not bothered about you done a massive doo-doo in a carrier bag and you had to dispose of it and your uncle knew you did it. He didn't want to say anything. Maybe they both don't have a sense of smell. That's what saved you. I wouldn't worry about it too much, Banana Goat. That was back in the past. It's a great story, though. But it was back in the past. Yeah, I suppose that's what happens, and I've never been in that situation, so I can't really say. But it is an embarrassing moment, more than a confession, I believe. But I'm glad you confessed it. You've got it off your chest, or you've got it out your bum, should I say. I wonder what happened to your uncle. Let me know what's happened to him. Is he still with his girlfriend, or did she just think, oh, I can't be with this man, he stinks of doo-doo? Maybe she left him. If she left him because of you, then you're going to have to tell him. Or just tell him anyway. Oh, when you have a couple of drinks, if you do drink, and then when you're a bit tipsy, just go, have a read of this, uncle. And he's going to go, hang on a minute, that's you, isn't it? He has got an edit, and he is edited it. Banana Goat has put an edit. Thank you all for helping me laugh about this incident. It hasn't been easy to talk about, simply because of the amount of embarrassing things I'm still holding on to. Oh, we need to know them then. You need to share them. I will probably share some of the other stuff, he says. Oh, good. Here in time. This was a bit of an easy one to put up out there. For my first internet confession. Ha 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 ha. Thank you for that first internet confession. I am strongly considering telling my uncle when he visits. Oh, there you go then. So you've literally just listened to what I said, although you haven't listened. So Christmas time, you can tell him. And for those wondering, he is still with... Oh, my God! This is just bizarre. Because I wanted to know if he was still with the woman, and apparently he is, listeners. Well, that's fantastic. They are married, and they have an adorable daughter together. Oh, my God, that is amazing, mate. Banana Goat. Oh, mate, you don't even have to contact me now, but thank you so much. I just wanted to know if your uncle was still with the girl that you imagine. That's freaking hell. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. I'm well chuffed for him. Yep, but overall, sorry about your confession. You've done it. It's fine. You was a teenager. But now that your uncle's with that same person, and they've got a child, and they're married, mate, oh, this is brilliant. Well done. I don't know why I'm saying well done to you, but well done for the confession. Ha 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 ha. So I was supposed to tell you guys about the gig that I had the other day at the funeral services. What happened was I was booked by, it was an South Asian funeral service that's all over the UK, and they're quite well known and they're quite respected in the community. I met all the managers and everyone at the gig, but when I walked in, they were doing like a quiz or something. And when I walked in, because it was actually where they keep all their hearses, they had a hearse ready for me, just in case I died on my arse. But they did fill it up with balloons, so that was very nice of them. So when I walked in and they were doing this quiz, everybody went silent and started looking at me, and I just went, you all look like you're just in a ghost. Already started, and I'm not even on stage. They just laughed, and then I waited like 20 minutes for them to finish this quiz. They were quite nice. They had a buffet service going on. They had their own separate bar. They just had it in one of their offices, and I thought, yeah, why not? You've got the space. I mean, there wasn't a lot of people. There was about 30 odd, but they were all dead nice. Turns out, one of the guys there, who's an older man, probably about similar age to my dad, and he was a driver for the mayor of Leamington Spa. And nobody knew that until somebody grassed him up. And he just ended up being in my set half of the way. He was joining in and we was having a laugh. And at the end, he actually come up behind me and started hugging me. And I was like, oh, God, making fun of it. But yeah, it was a lovely gig. I hope to get to do more corporates like that. Because corporates are not easy, are they? Another thing, when I was there, they were doing a charity. They were raising money for charity as well. And one of the managers was like, oh, we're doing a ticket raffle. Do you want a ticket raffle? And I said, how much is it? I said, go on, I'll have one strip. Before even knowing the price. He went, it's £10 a strip. I said, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then he said, take two. And he ripped two off. And I thought, oh. He went, whatever you buy now, I'm going to double it so it matches yours, and I'm donating that to charity. And I said, no, 20 quid's fine. 20 quid, it's okay. It's a lot of money. And then he went, no, take another one. So it was 30 quid, and I was like, friggin' now, I'm trying to make money. I'm not trying to lose money. I mean, I'm all up for charity. I do donate to charities. You know, I don't have to tell you. People out there don't need to know what charities I give money to. But I do. Do you know what I mean? But that's not the case anyway. I didn't mind donating 10, 20 quid. 30 quid. And then he said, take another, make it 10. I thought, mate, how much do you think I'm making? You want me to 100 quid? I was like, you don't know. But I think it was his brother. He was like the main manager. He was looking at him like, you shouldn't really be asking him. He's the entertainer. They thought I was one of them, but I was one of them, if you know what I mean. Because it felt like a family gig. I'll tell you what, it was much nicer than the other weird one I had. Do you remember the other weird one? The Isle of Man, the Isle of Wight guy. Oh, God, that one was dreadful. But the one I did that night was actually a lot of fun. I should contact them, actually, and say, oh, do you mind leaving me a review? Because I could really do with that. And if they do, I will let you guys know about it. So let's continue with the madness and let's do another Reddit topic. This one is no stupid questions. That's right, a nice little guitar. No stupid. Let's play it again. No stupid questions. That's pretty nice, isn't it? I like that, do you? I'm quite happy about that. I've actually got a big smile on my face. Right, people. This No Stupid Questions has been put up by somebody called Stainsky1. Stainsky1 says, I just learned people don't show up after anesthesia to pick up loved ones. Nurses, how often does this really happen? People don't show up after having an anaesthetic. So they literally leave them asleep. Is this real? Is this true? I've never seen it. Obviously, I don't work in a general hospital. I work in a mental health hospital, which also, I did do a shift the other day. I'm going off topic now. I did a shift back at my old place where I used to work. Oh my God, I couldn't recognise anyone. There's so many new faces. I haven't been there for 2 years. Funny enough, we'll do the No Stupid Questions in a minute. When I rocked up, so this is an old hospital. It's a mental health hospital, forensic hospital. And, I used to be full-time staff there for about 3.5, 4 years. And I thought, oh, yeah, I'll still be on the system. They'll still let me in. Because everything's fingerprint, right? And when I got to the barrier, when you walk in to get your keys and stuff, I put my finger on the sensor. And it said, not found, not found. And I thought, what? What do you mean not found? Do you know who I am? I couldn't believe it. They took me off the system. I couldn't get in the building. So I had to wait outside until I got authorised again and had to do my fingerprint and all that. And then I could get in. But anyway, that's a different topic. I don't even know why I mentioned that. Let's get back to what Steinsky was saying. And we're going to play the music one more time. No stupid questions. Right, basically, he's saying that he's learnt people don't show up, right, after an operation, I think is what he meant. So he's saying my wife had a procedure recently, and while I was waiting for her to wake up, I saw something that really surprised me. Twice, okay. Nurses couldn't get in touch with the patient's family members who were supposed to pick them up. When those family members finally arrived, they just waited at the entrance instead of coming into the recovery area to sit with them as they came out of anaesthesia. Both parents were older women, and in one case the nurse had to call the husband at least 9 times to figure out when he was coming. You know what he thought? He thought, she's gone to sleep. Sod that, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my life. I'm not coming back. That's what he probably thought. I don't blame him. That's why they're all older. I honestly can't imagine leaving my wife to wake up alone, get dressed by herself, and then have nurses wheel her out to the curb. That's probably because you're young, mate. Wait till you get old, like you said. The nurse I spoke with said this happens a lot. She estimated about 50 out of 50. That's brilliant. Is this really that common? Nurses and spouses, what's your experience? Now, I can't answer that because obviously I'm not a general nurse, but I'm not a nurse I'm a healthcare assistant. But I'm trying to think, I have been in general hospitals with other patients. I've never seen, to be honest, I've been in hospitals working with people and even their own families don't show up to see them, which is another topic. But I think that's great. If that was me and my missus was waking up, I would be like, oh God, it's the hospital again. I know what they're going to tell me. She's waking up now. Can you come and pick her up? That is so funny. I love it. Oh, God. For context, I sat in the waiting room for over 95 minutes, watching the board until my wife was moved to the floor where I could go and see her. That's true love, that is. So you were literally waiting at the hospital for her to wake up. So when she wakes up, the first thing she's going to see is your face. I love it. I love this no stupid question. Shall we see? Let's read some of the comments. I don't usually do it, but we'll do it anyway. Somebody called T. Henson says, my friend's ride. Her mum got a DUI while my friend was in surgery. My friend was so unsurprised that when nurses told her in recovery, my friend replied, well, of course she did. I don't get that one. Okay, we'll move on to another one. My cousin showed up drunk to pick up his wife and newborn daughter. From the hospital, she obviously refused to go with him, and the divorce will be finalised. He went to get drunk. That's great. Oh my God. Do you know what? I love that. No stupid questions. I've been thinking about watching the new Avatar movie. I mean, I've kept up to date with all the Avatars. I don't know if anyone's seen it yet. I forgot what the new one's called. Is it Fire and Ash or something like that, innit? I'm a proper Avatar fan, and I don't even know. I should Google it. I'm just going to Google it right now. Well, it is called Fire and Ash. I was right. I thought I messed it up. Anyway, I looked at the film. I haven't been to the cinema in ages, and I haven't watched a film properly like that. I don't watch a lot of movies, so even at home, I've got so many films I can see. I just can't be arsed. I like documentaries. I like series. It's just short and sweet. Do you know what I mean? Now, that is the problem. Avatar Fire and Ash is a 3 hour and 17 minutes long film. I don't know if I can sit in the cinema for 3 hours and 17 minutes. I don't even know if they have an interval. Do they actually have an interval? Because that film is so long. Or does it just play all the way through? A lot of Bollywood movies have intervals. Believe it or not, they will have a 10-minute break in between, which I don't mind. Do you know what I mean? Not that I watch them, but yeah. So now I'm thinking, I really want to watch it. I'm sure it's going to look good in the cinema. I have to watch it. So I don't know whether to watch it or not, which, funny enough, leads to our British problem. British problems. This one has been put up by somebody called J Shoe 16. J Shoe has a problem. It's a British problem. It's to do with cinemas. Let's find out what his problem is. He challenged a couple who were talking on their phones in the cinema. Why would you go to the cinema and be on your mobile phone while a movie's playing? This is why I don't want to go to the cinema. People eating, people making noises, babies crying. Oh my God. I'd rather just stay at home. But going to the X-Cinema is a good experience. Anyway, just sitting there, enjoying yourself, turn your phone off, enjoy your movie. That's the difference of a cinema. Why would somebody use their mobile phones? Now, Jay Shu said he spoke to them and they replied, if you want to watch a film in silence, then watch it at home. What? Precisely where they should be, he says. I agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. Why would you tell someone else, well, if you want to watch it in silence, go home then? What? Doesn't make any sense. This is what we get as comedians when we're at gigs. You get people on their phone, talking on their phone while you're on stage. Hello? This isn't the telly. We can see you're on the phone. I don't get it. And then you get people who want to join in. Who want to join in after every comment you say, they've got something to say. People haven't paid to watch you, mate. They've paid for a comedy night. These are the comedians that are on the stage. So shut up and listen to them. Oh, God. Thank you for that, Jay Shu. I do agree with you. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with the podcast because there's so much noise in the background. I can't bear to hear it anymore. So let's do the weird news story. Today's weird news story, the title is A Teacher Has Been Arrested in Manila for Threatening and Forcing a Student to Eat a Cockroach. What? A teacher has forced a student to eat a cockroach? This is going to be very bizarre and it's very short. Manila, a high school teacher in Tondo. Where's Manila? Was arrested on December the 12th for allegedly threatening a student and forcing him to eat a cockroach. After the student reportedly witnessed the teacher touching a girl inside a schoolroom. Oh my God. Police identified the suspect as a 52-year-old vile teacher who was arrested along Juan Luan Street in Barangay, Tondo, for an alleged violation, Section 10 of their Republic Act 7610. Now, this protects children against abuse, exploitation, and discrimination. Now, the spokesperson, Major Philip, said that the student told the police that the teacher threatened to cut his foot and kill him. Oh my God! If he reported what he'd seen, and allegedly forced him to eat a cockroach to intimidate him. This teacher sounds like a proper bully, doesn't he? Ines added that the girl who was molested has yet to file a formal complaint against the teacher. The suspect was detained at the Dalpan police station following his arrest but was released on Monday after posting bail. Police said, where is Manila? Is that a country? Or is that a place? I don't even know. I can't even Google it. Why can't I Google it? It won't let me Google. Where's Manila? You're all shouting at me while you're listening to... Oh, it's the capital of the Philippines. Ah, I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. That was the weird news story. I know it was very short, but I thought it would be longer than that. Oh, well, that's what you get with these podcasts. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a share, give it a like. I've got to go. I've got too many things to do, like clean up my house because of all that dust. You know what it's like. I'll see you soon. Take care.